places like this still exist. Isn't it amazing, Frogger? There must be a key somewhere around here to open that gate. I know you can find it.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Doobie Dragon. Welcome back to part 4 of Frogger's Adventures: The Rescue. This time, we're gonna be taking on the Forgotten Island, and it's much better that this island stay forgotten because Jesus Christ. I'm not a big fan of this world's gameplay. I think the music is very nice, especially in stage 1. This shit is awesome. I have this track extended if you would like to listen to that. It's not a very good extension, but you know what? It's not the worst thing in the world. There's no like obvious hiccups in it. It's just I don't extend the way I think most people usually do. So just be wary of that if you're gonna listen to it. But yeah, this is a dinosaur themed world. A dinosaur themed world. I don't know. I could make a Jurassic Park joke, but like I've never seen Jurassic Park, so get nay-nayed. Yeah, there are these dinosaurs that will let you ride their heads, and it's a lot of fun. Oh shit, no, why the fuck am I stumped for commentary? Sounds lame. Sounds lame when you just say over and over. I don't know, there's your basic dinosaurs, like there was a long neck dinosaur, forgot what its name is. Stegosaurus, I believe? Yeah, I think it's called Stegosaurus. Then there's Triceratops, I think that's the big ass one. And then there's pterodactyls, of course, because why not? Very nice, I like it. Don't be afraid to jump upwards from the plants. They won't hurt you. They're this world's I don't know, I guess they're like the shit. I guess they're like the little drills we saw in Molten Mountain or Molten Island. So yeah. Don't be afraid to take it slow if you're not sure of what you're doing. You'll get plenty of chance to take it slow in this world, so don't worry about it. If you're not an aficionado like me, again, don't be afraid to just take it easy. You know, slow down every once in a while. I definitely slow down every once in a while because spoiler alert, I'm not actually a master at this game. I know this game like the back of my hand, and I could probably tell you where everything is, but I'm not actually, you know, like #1 at this game. No, definitely not. You know, as much as I love to play a good game, as much as I love to play this game in particular, I could not be fucked enough to learn the speedrunning tricks and everything of this game that it has to offer. That is not me, sir. Play games a little casually. That's how I like to do it, and that's how I'll continue to do it. Anyway, you'll see a big problem with this world. We saw it a little bit back in Molten Island, but it wasn't that bad. This world's biggest problem is that it likes to rely on waiting games, which I'm not all up for. I think it's very lame. It's very lame level design, especially coming from this game, which manages to do a lot. We'll actually see a very good example of what I believe to be a good way to do waiting in a video game, or waiting in a Frogger game, I guess I should say, not to sound a little less pompous, I guess. But yeah, for the most part, you're doing a big chunk of waiting, which is not too terribly interesting from a gameplay perspective. To be quite honest, this is easily my least favorite world in this game. Again, the music's great, and the aesthetic is decent, but gameplay, not so much, and this game is a fucking video game after all. You know, I expect it to be a game, not a not a waiting simulator. So yeah, again, we're doing a little more waiting. This one's not too bad. It's gonna introduce a platform that will come later on in the world, so that's kind of cool. I kind of like how this game doesn't do it all the time, but sometimes it introduces gimmicks and platforms that'll be used later on in future stages, which is pretty cool. It's decent, but yeah, that's the end of the first stage. See you in stage 2.
Mr. Frogger, sir, I have analyzed the trip data, and it seems that only a person with specific qualities can activate the ultimate weapon. I believe Trip hasn't figured out exactly what those qualities are yet. I will contact you if I find out anything new. Please do your best.
Alright, so stage 2 isn't that... stage 2 is pretty fun-ish, I suppose. Yeah. I'm trying to remember the layout. I actually memorized these layouts. It just takes me a little time to remember since I'm old and forgetful. But, yeah, I sound like a fucking nerd when I say that. Yeah, I have every stage in this game memorized. Get fucked. I play that game that much. What can I tell you? I like to play good games, alright? I'm trying to remember if there's any waiting. Oh, yeah, there is some waiting near the end, which is kind of lame, but whatever. Anyway, we just do some platform pushing, some platform pulling. Gotta wait for that little pterodactyl. Don't worry, he's not gonna come towards the platform I'm on. Developers do a good job of letting you know what is safe and what isn't. I appreciate that a lot. Again, as I said before, anytime there's a coin, you're for sure it's a safe space, so don't worry about that. Anyway, I'll let this little scene play out. I like it.
Are you capable of flight?
Huh? Well, I'm not a bird. Of course I can't fly.
But the pterodactyl soars through the sky, yet it is not a bird. To be a ninja is to observe others and make their strengths yours. You still have much to learn, Frogger. The pterodactyl in front of you shall share its back so that you may advance.
Does this mean if I train hard enough, I can fly too?
Yeah, I don't know. I've always enjoyed that little, and of course, this is actually the first Let's Play I've attempted to record where I actually died to that thing trying to get on its back. Anyway, yeah. I always like that little dialogue exchange for some reason. I don't know. I think it's just cool to hear Frogger when it comes to question marks. Because when you step on those tutorial signs, usually Frogger stays silent. Not in that one for some reason. For some reason he butts in. But whatever. I just find it interesting because of that. As I said before, I guess I should get into that a little bit. Yeah, I've tried to record this game many times before. On shitty cameras and phones. I mean, they're not shitty, they're serviceable, but they're definitely not what you want for a video game Let's Play. So, yeah, that's where the shittiness comes in. Yeah, I think I've done like, hold up, let me actually think about it. Oh, no. I've only done 2 Let's Plays of this game prior to this one. One was on a previous channel, and the other one was on this channel, and it's actually one of the first things I did on this channel. But nobody ever saw them because they were all privated, which is probably better that way. Some of them were extremely dated, because I talked about politics. Also, I completely missed that coin bag. I've never seen that coin bag before. Jesus Christ. Wow. That shit has eluded me this entire... Wow. I guess even, you know, I play this game like all the time, and even then, some little secrets slip by me. Jesus, I've never seen that. Huh. Interesting. Anyway, I'll let this one play out too.
How you holding up? Remember that it's crucial to push on quickly, but if you look at your surroundings calmly, you may find that you can turn a bad situation around. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Move that block and make it obstruct the enemy path. With that said, I'll be waiting for a good report.
So, something a little weird about this upcoming this section right here. The bird, of course, it's flying too fast for our tastes, which means we can't properly platform through it. So we placed that block to obstruct its path, and surely enough, it does create a completely new path for it. This is the only time that sort of gameplay element comes up in this world. However, I don't know if the developers forgot or they intentionally made it this way. But there is another, there is an entire world dedicated to that sort of thing. Using platforms to obstruct enemy paths and create new ones. I want to say they were trying to call back to this little section, which if they were, cool. That is a cool foreshadow. But at the same time, I get the feeling that it wasn't a foreshadow, and that they were created independently of each other. But, of course, we'll get to that world when we get to that world. I'll make sure to point it out. You can't miss it. Well, you can miss it. I've only recently thought about this. And by recently, I mean about, like, a couple years ago. But anyway, the point is... Oh yeah, I speed this section up because... Yeah, a full rotation takes forever. Anyway, we're getting to a pretty cool puzzle here. It involves 3 platforms and a log. Everyone wants a log. You're gonna want a log. Deep cut. Anyway, yeah, I like puzzles like these where it involves multiple platforms and you gotta sort of think on the fly. The solution is usually always the same. There's not really much experimentation you can do with these platforms. But at the same time, it's just really fun to see how quickly you can solve these. As you can see, I think this is one of my better times. I do notice that I did struggle to make a movement, which, you know, take or leave, is not the worst thing in the world. Anyway, again, we're gonna quickly kill ourselves because it's just much faster to kill yourself to end the stage than to ride on the pterodactyl. On the pterodactyl. Anyway, stage 2 complete. I'll see you back in stage 3.
Okay. Hey, Frogger, how you been? I'm back at home and feeling better than ever.
Lumpy, you sound great. Oh, I'm happy to hear that. You had me worried there for a while.
I might not look it, but I'm a pretty tough toad. I'm pretty hungry, too. I was just looking for Lily, hoping she could cook me up some of her famous firefly stew. Yeah. Hey, Frogger, get home safe and sound, you hear me? See you soon, little buddy.
Yep, Lumpy is feeling much better now, and he has a new getup too. It's his original getup from Frogger the Great Quest, Frogger the Temple of the Frog, and Frogger Beyond, and so forth. He would receive another clothing change for Helmet Chaos, where he's also redesigned to be a little fatter. I don't know, it's whatever. But yeah, I guess I should get into that a little bit. There are constant redesigns for the Frogger series. The one you're seeing now on screen is sort of a mishmash between the Ancient Shadow art style and the what's it called? Frogger Beyond art style. It's kind of a conglomerate. Am I using that word correctly? Anyway, it's kind of a mixture of those two games. And before those two games came The Great Quest and Temple of the Frog. But I'll get into that later, because now we gotta talk about this gimmick. There are these raptors, and they're just gonna blitz around, they're gonna blitz around the screen, and your objective is just to cross safely. It's kind of like old school Frogger in that sense. Not too terrible. Yeah, it's not too terrible. Anyway, there's a coin bonus here that is sometimes hard to get. But remember, the coin bonus timer is very lenient in this game. So I do manage to get it because I am a super player. But anyway, back on redesigns. Yeah, I don't know. The redesigns for this game is weird. They were really... Of course, Frogger started off as like a simple frog with like a necktie in the first title. And then for the PS1 titles, like in Frogger He's Back and Swampy's Revenge, he became just like a really standard frog. Like a really normal-ass frog. Oh, and I die in this section a lot. So you'll get to see a little montage of that. Or not. Where the fuck is the gameplay? Oh my god. No way. Okay, the gameplay's back. Anyway, yeah, it's a little weird. He goes from a normal ass frog with a necktie to a normal frog with no necktie. Then he goes to this really butt ugly form in the Great Quest and Temple of the Frog. I have no idea why they thought that was gonna be cool, but they scrapped those designs. I'm guessing not because they realized they were ugly, but because the Great Quest is a shitty game, and it really messed with Frogger's I don't know, identity or whatever. Yeah, that game was not received very well, and it sucks too, on top of that. It's very broken. But Temple of the Frog was really good. And then from that they went on with these this anime cartoonish style designs for Frogger. And it would just become even more stylized in Ancient Shadow and Helmet Chaos. Which, take it or leave it, it's okay. Yeah, the designs are okay. I mean, I don't hate them or anything. Definitely much better than the Great... Honestly, anything's better than the Great Quest. The sort of weird mishmash between, that sort of weird design period between, from Frogger Beyond is... Even that is much better than, the Great Quest. For those of you that don't know, there are some weird designs in the Frogger Beyond game. Frogger's got like a... Oh, and gameplay's gone again. Well, I can't see the gameplay right now for some reason. I don't know. My editing software is really, really, really dumb for some reason. But really, what you should be seeing is a fail montage of all my deaths. If all goes well, the gameplay should come back to me. Should come back to me. But yeah, as I was saying, there's some weird designs in Frogger Beyond. Notably that fucking... There's this one frog lady with... Oh, what the hell? We missed my favorite section. Damn, that sucks. Okay, so we missed, I missed it. You guys didn't miss it. There was this little section with pterodactyls, and there were these little holes below them. And this is what I was talking about when I meant that that is how to do good weighting design, because again, it'll make newbie players stop to think, but it rewards skilled players, right? So how that section works is that there are these holes in the ground where the pterodactyls can't hit you. You know, if you need to take your time, you can hide in those holes all you want. But if you're a fast player like me who cleared it very quickly, as you can see, I couldn't see, but I know how I cleared it. You can do that instead. And I just think that that's how you should do weighting in these types of games. You know, reward the players who can get it done in an instant, and then, you know, if newbie players need to wait it out, you know, they can wait it out. They have safe options. I just, you know, maybe I'm sounding a bit too scholarly or whatever, or maybe a bit too annoying, but you know, I see that and I'm thinking to myself, wow, why is the rest of the world so lame then? Anyway, we've got another upcoming raptor section where you just have to avoid all the raptors. It's really easy, but unfortunately I died because I'm dumb as hell. It's right here, just step on the platform on the lone tile and it'll activate. There you go. There it is. Anyway, as I'll finally get to say, there are some weird designs in Frogger Beyond. There's this one frog lady, because it's super weird. It's getting into like this furry design for artists, which obviously Frogger's like a scaly or whatever, so you know, I guess I'm a faggot. But anyway, it gets sort of into this weird hybrid. Like, this was always something weird about furries with me. Sometimes artists just don't know how to mesh humanoid figures with animal heads, and it's kind of off-putting sometimes. You'll see Frogger, they kind of did a good job making him humanoid while still keeping in his frog characteristics. However, in Frogger Beyond, there was this frog lady, right?
Is running one of your strengths.
If it's a foot race, I'm your frog.
Is that so? In that case, good. Run is what you must do.
What? What's up ahead?
Farewell, Frogger. May our paths cross again.
There was this frog lady in Frogger Beyond where, oh yeah, this boss sucks, by the way. It's easily the worst boss in the game. In the worst world. How fitting. Anyway, the frog girl, she was humanoid in design. And they went like full proportions, like she had a full female body, which, you know, whatever. However, they didn't do a good job with her head because her head is a literal fucking frog head. So like, and it wasn't even like a normal human-sized head, it was just straight up a big ass frog head. So it's just kind of, it's that kind of design that tells you either the artists don't know what they're doing, or they just wanted to create like a hot looking character, but just bum rush the fuck out of it. It's super weird because like she has, again, she's got a big ass frog head, but she has such a petite body. It's so weird. Or not petite, slim, whatever. She has a slim body. I don't know. It's super weird. Honestly, the only problem with that design is, again, the head. If you're gonna go full, like, humanoid, like, full human anatomy on a furry character, just make sure you work on that head, because that head can ruin the character. Anyway, boss battle time. Enough ranting about a stupid female character. This boss battle sucks. It's a huge waiting game, just like the rest of this world, fittingly enough. It's supposedly a race, but it's not really a race. In this first section, it'll ram its head against the wall, causing boulders to fall. Just avoid them. They're really easy to spot. Don't worry too much about it. Oh, excuse me. After that, it'll do some tail attacks. The tail attacks are always set in stone, so I usually like to hug the inside of the inside corner, just to the left. I like to hug the left at all times, unless it's the spike section. Anyway, here spikes or balls will drop as well, or boulders, but they're extremely delayed, so keep that in mind. A way I like to remember it is when you see the boulders when you hear the sound effects for the boulders, that's not when to be cautious of them. There you go. That's not when you should be cautious of them. It's when the second set of boulders drop. When the second set of boulders drop, that's when you should be worried about the first set of boulders. And when the third set of boulders drop, that's when you should be cautious for the second set, because that's when they'll actually drop on your face. And that's just sort of how I remember it. I'm not sure if I explained myself well, but you know, that's the best I can give live commentary. Well, post live, whatever. And the spike section. The spike section is also always the same. It's the same every time, so don't worry too much about it. If you need to use the pause trick, by all means go for it. I use the pause trick, and even then I still die a couple of times, so I actually do die in this boss battle, spoiler alert. Yeah, as I said before, I like to hug the inner edge of this map. So yeah, do what you need to do. Honestly, this boss battle sucks. And yeah, I died there because I'm an idiot. And once again, I cannot see my gameplay. Ugh, what is up with my editing software? It's being so retarded to me right now. I don't know what's up with that. But whatever. Really, I'm just speeding up. I just speed up this section. I think... Yeah, I just speed up this section right here because I suck at it. I died again. I'm just trying to show off that, yeah, if you die, you have to repeat that entire phase again, which is super annoying. The gameplay's back, and of course, I died again because I'm an idiot. At least I think I died again. Yeah, I died again. Yeah, there you go. The gameplay is gone again because my editing software sucks dick. But we should be good. We should be good in due time. I should be able to see. Yeah, there you go. The boss is dead. That is the end of this part. Sorry for those hiccups. Of course, you won't. You'll see the gameplay just fine. But yeah, that is the end of part 4. See you in part 5. Enjoy the cutscene, and take care.
Farewell, my first friends.
Lily? What is Lily doing there?
Witness my newfound power before you meet your doom.
Lily's in danger! We have to hurry and save her!
All that's needed now is the energy regulator. If we can find the blue stone, then the world will be ours.